I can think of three people who don't like that. My mom,
Mm-hmm.
Kimberly, and Candace. They fucking hated it.
Well, pretty much the women who had to live with you.
But why do they hate it so much?
I don't know. But maybe they think you're full of dirt.
I'm just.
No, there's proper tools to do that. So you're not ripping your nails out of your skin.
But what are you ripping them off? The
Well,
nails?
I do have this one toenail that
ripping them off with his fingernails.
I like to rip off these toenails, the pinky toenails.
And you rip off too much and sometimes.
No, I like to rip off too much. I like it to bleed and to hurt.
Are you kidding?
No, I've got a weird thing going on with my pinky toenails. I always say
That's a weird thing.
I keep ripping them off and they keep growing back. I don't like them.
Yeah.
I have some sort of antithesis towards them. Like, I don't think my pinky toe should have toenails.
You could get rid of it, you know?
I do. I pull them off. I like the pain when it comes when I'm pulling them off too. It's like, fuck you. Oh.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's just that though, just my pinky toenail. It's not anything else.
Bleeds so good.
Yeah. When you really get it and the blood just goes, and you go, yeah, I got you, fucker. This table is taking a long time to make. It's almost done. It's coming along.
I talked to Abraham yesterday for a few hours.
Abraham?
He doesn't follow subtext for shit.
No, he doesn't know it. Yeah, he's.
And guess what? He always makes sure that his underwear and t-shirts are matching.
Does he?
Mm-hmm. And he likes me a weird amount. He's a fucking ESFJ.
He likes you a weird amount?
Yeah?
Oh, well, I mean, you think he's an ESFJ?
Yes.
Sure, he doesn't have very good ass eye for an ESFJ.
No, but he has weird things he organizes.
Yeah, I guess I understand SI differently now, too. It's not necessarily super well organized. It's the reason is because it goes along with TE, and where your TE is depends on how your SI plays out. Like ESTJ, their SI plays out very differently than ISFJ. I suspect my mom being more organized with the SI was the consequence of my dad being kind of a little tyrannical, maybe.
Mm.
Would you say my dad was a little tyrannical, Kimberly? Kimberly thinks my dad's hilarious.
Walkers.
Hi, Tiff.
Hi.
I mean, wouldn't you say it's a nice family dynamic? It's silly? What's silly about my family dynamic? Explain it. Kimberly thinks I defer to my dad a lot, which I do.
Oh.
I don't battle him about anything ever, basically. Just because I have he gets infinite slack, you know. I don't call him out on anything.
Wow, he must be real special.
Yeah. We have a very small family.
Bigger than mine.
It's me, my mom, my dad, and Delilah. Kimberly.
Or just
Family's
leave it
me
as
and my
your
mom. That's it.
I mean, I don't bother to argue a lot with my parents.
Smart of you. Wish I could be that smart.
But my parents don't even frustrate me. I don't have to even bite my tongue or anything. It's just like I default to what they want because I love them so much, I guess. You know?
Yeah, I just choose to be quiet.
Yeah, I figured that would probably be a little different than your kid. I just want them to. I just want them to be happy and not worry and stuff like that. My mom is Captain Worry Pants at this point, as she's deteriorating mentally. I need to do a Mega Bro suggested, but I haven't gotten around to it. What else do I have to upload? I have something else to upload? What is that? Oh, we probably got in a fight.
Looks like a coyote. Wow. Wow. Look at that.
No, that's a cat. That's not a coyote. Cody would have carried him off. Hi, friends. Host Derek here, talking with famous people. I would like to address a comment by. Well, I'll do another Kia Han one. I'll do that first, I guess. Okay. So, okay. Are the 8 functions second order side effects, or did evolution produce a shape of 8 functions with 4 dichotomies being second order side effects? So second order effects. Yeah, I am addressing that a lot in this table. It's about instrumental and absolute, right? So it's like, which one's an instrumental value, which one's an absolute value? Tiffany, do I need to pay you right now? Is that why you're here?
No, I'm just trying to say hi.
Oh,
No,
you did.
you're just trying to say hi.
Oh, but I do need to pay you right now, huh?
I don't think so.
Oh, what was that? A random roar or something?
No, it was just like outside, and it went on for like 3 minutes, and I was just like, okay, after the 3rd minute, you would make an attempt to like fix that, but they didn't. Oh, someone's car alarm went off, and it was like going on for a long time, and it was like really annoying, and I just like wanted to go out there and like, I don't know, stop it. And then they finally stopped it. But it's like, you know, you would think that after like 3 minutes, you'd do something to fix it.
Well, you would think that. One would think that if one were thinking about such things.
Yes. But one was not thinking about such things in that certain situation, so the entire neighborhood had to endure the painful 3 minutes of a car alarm going off.
Well, you're about to enter a painful 3 minutes of a question being answered right now.
Okay. I'm down.
All right, host Eric here, host talking to French people. I want to answer this question. Very important question. Do you think high fructose corn syrup is bad? Genetically modified stuff? Buying any of all that?
No.
Hell's to the no. High fructose corn syrup is delicious, and I want all my food genetically modified. The problem with this coffee, original genes, not improved at all. I want my coffee made out of improved coffee beans.
Well, pretty much every food we eat today are GMO anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It also depends on how you GMO. If you include, like, cross breeding for purposes, then everything's GMO. Unless you're going out and killing, like, a wild porcupine or something and eating it. So, yeah, that's just stupid as fuck. I mean, I don't even know why people concern themselves about dietary things so much when it doesn't even make any difference. I eat way more than Kimberly, but I'm way skinnier. And everyone goes, oh, well, you're an outlier or whatever. I don't give a fuck. The point is it's individuated. Diet's individuated. And I want to remind everybody, what you really should do is be empirical about the thing, be logical, go to the empirics. Which food is the most tested and proven healthy food in the world? McDonald's. They've served the most food of any other corporation in the world. If you want a food that's well tested, that you know is safe, that you know is healthy, you should be eating nothing but McDonald's all the time, obviously. So, those people who disagree with me are wrong, and they should be force-fed McDonald's for the next 20 years so they learn their lesson. I hate that. I hate it with a passion.
What about like vitamins and shit?
Vitamins, if you eat a reasonable variety of foods, you get all the vitamins you need. If all you eat all the time are like stupid ass fucking vegetables like kale and pebbles and twigs and shit and think you're being healthy, well then yeah, you're gonna need vitamins because you're not eating smart. If you don't eat enough meat, you're gonna be unwell. You need to eat more meat, obviously. If you don't eat enough cheese, you're probably barely even alive. And, it's like, what do I need in my diet? I need a lot of fat. I need a lot of fat, a lot of protein. I get hungry very easily. And when I get hungry, I get very fussy. So that's my dietary requirement, a lot of fast food. My stomach appreciates food that's prepared by lowly paid fast food workers. I have a special enzyme that benefits from the exploitation of the working class.
The McDonald's oxidase?
What?
The McDonald's oxidase? What kind of enzyme is that?
What kind of enzyme is that? Oh, it's a special enzyme. It's called the Imperious enzyme.
I get depressed each time I eat at McDonald's.
You get depressed each time you eat what?
I get depressed each time I eat at McDonald's or fast food.
You know what?
I'm very sensitive to food. Yeah.
It's because your body is realizing how deprived it's been, and it throws you into a fit of depression. It's saying,
it hasn't been deprived.
Every time you give me this necessary nutrition at McDonald's, I say to you, please feed this to me every day, and then you ignore me, and that's why I throw you into a fit of depression. That's what your body's doing to you. It's punishing you for your failures about McDonald's.
Definitely. No, really, it's just I'm not really low calorie or anything to deprive my body. I just eat normal food like fruits and vegetables and meat as I like, cheeses and stuff, obviously. But yeah, I just go to food at McDonald's.
Do you stay away from fish?
I just don't like it.
What about sushi? Sushi's delicious.
No,
Good for you.
It's not. It's not real food.
Sushi's amazing. It totally is real food. Those Japanese motherfuckers are healthy as shit.
You can have deep
No,
fried.
they're all dying.
You can get parasites in the raw fish.
Sushi makes you short.
Oh,
It
that's
makes
what-
you short and perverted.
I'm already tall though. I'm not gonna get shorter.
No, you will. You eat enough sushi, you get short, perverted, and you start getting angry like this.
I'm already perverted. I already get really angry.
I think that just means you need to have sex more.
I have lots of sex.
Are you
Good
sure?
for you, Tiffany. Now,
Maybe
listen
you're not
here.
getting enough.
I'm gonna have
This
sex.
is a video about diet, not about intercourse. Okay, get your collective minds out of the collective gutter because we're back on topic. We're talking diet. Now,
Okay.
look, you got your three main food groups. You got your fats, you got your dairies, and you got your dairy fats.
Yeah.
Those are what you need to eat first and foremost. After that, you can throw a little bit of green shit in there too because otherwise you won't poop enough. And that's How to Live by Eric. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese and really stop with the diet shit. It's so fucking stupid.
Okay.
Why do you have a problem with healthy foods?
I have a problem with the notion of healthy foods because it's mostly used to do violence to people whose body is not what the standard says it's supposed to be. And I don't like that at all. I'm really angry about body image stuff in general.
So it's just
I
the
think-
concept.
It's a matter of what it's used for. It's used to oppress people, Susie. Stop being an oppressor, okay?
I'm not an oppressor. I just like good food.
Are you talking about fat genocide?
I'm talking about how everybody, like, oh, you got to look like this or else you're unhealthy. Well, fuck you.
Why are you
Yeah,
life
no.
supported for that? If you're,
That's-
yeah,
But,
keep going.
like, I agree with you because, like, I mean, you know, the whole concept of BMI, I mean, to some extent there is some validity to it, but honestly, it's like you can't expect everyone to have the same consistent ratio to height and weight and it be the same thing for the same reasons because, you know, obesity actually, you know, the stats for that just are like, they're nothing more than a measurement system that isn't really realistically applicable. It doesn't consider other factors of, you know, human existence. And it just sort of sets this kind of measure and standard for how people should be or how they should be healthy. But that isn't really a definitive thing. That doesn't take into consideration, you know, different types of things that are in that person's life. So you don't really know if someone is obese or not.
It's only used to tell people that there's something wrong with them. So,
Exactly. But we live in a consumer society, so that's actually ideal. So if you can make people feel like shit about themselves, then you can also have a thing where you can get people to buy your shit. You can be like, yes, you need this. You need to feel like shit about yourself so you can buy my product. Because my product will fix everything.
Or you can
Look,
eat whatever the
that-
fuck you want and just eat less if you don't want to be big.
You could. Or you could just do it the easy way and then just like have speed. Best diet method ever!
it won't work.
You can
It
eat things
doesn't work.
because other things make you like have less energy or whatever, and that's
Yeah, it
for
doesn't work.
stupid reasons. There are many reasons to eat
Wait.
specific things.
Wayward Brain, who are you and what is your type?
Hi,
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Alina. I'm an INFJ. Who are you?
Oh, yeah, Alina, I remember you.
Alina. Okay.
Who are you, sorry?
I'm Chloe. I'm an ENFP.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Why do you think the diet is always in the, is somehow linked to just keeping fit or the body image? Do you ever notice how it really impacts your thoughts? Like if you eat in a certain way, you think absolutely differently.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like you're dependent on that?
Yeah.
No, I don't experience that at all. I got sick of being hungry, in which case I'm fussy, or not hungry, in which case I'm fine. Whether I ate enchiladas or McDonald's or whatever makes no fucking difference at all. Zero difference. Zero. To the extent that anybody thinks it does, it's confirmation bias.
Eric, I have a question for you.
That's good for you, Eric.
Yeah, lucky you, Eric.
Eric, I have a question for you. That's a really off topic. Can I ask it?
Mhm.
Have you ever thought about what the female version of you would be like?
Delilah.
A female version? That's an estrogenic version of you.
Totally exactly like me, except she's got better FE and she's less fighty. She didn't need to be as fighty, I think.
No. If you were a woman, I imagine you'd be kind of a fighty woman. Like, you'd be very opinionated. You'd come in, you'd debate. You'd be pretty sassy. You'd flip your hair back. You'd be like, bitch, let me tell you how it is.
Delilah's got that in her. She just goes to it less frequently than I do. She has a lot of success with positive FE because she's a very pretty girl and everybody responds well to her and stuff. And, you know, pretty girls like her who has this, she's got like the unfair body.
Yeah.
She's got like the defy the laws of physics body or whatever. I don't know where she got it from, but as a consequence, she moves through life experiencing a different set of problems and a different set of advantages than most people do. And I think it's unfair, but I'm happy for her, I guess. It's got pluses and minuses. You know, she gets a lot of unwanted attention from males out in the world, like people whistling at her and shit, which is
But she
annoying.
can also, like, use that to her advantage.
Well, yeah, she
manipulate
gets
it.
so fine. She's not blushing violet or anything. She does get fighty sometimes.
Does she
And-
flip them off?
Yeah, she'll do things like that all the time.
Wait, okay, I've never met Delilah before, I don't think.
She doesn't come in the rooms, but there's some videos with her, and there's a cool Christmas video, which is like highlights of her and me on Christmas Day last year, I think it was. And she's pretty. You never get to see her getting sassy on the channel because she's careful. She's a lot more careful than me. She's more private than I am.
See,
I don't like it.
I feel like as a woman though, you would just be like very much like yourself. Only, yeah, you just be yourself. It would be funny.
You know what? I think you would be more angry as a woman.
Yes, because there's so much shit you got to deal with, and being a woman sucks. It really does. Because being a woman is bullshit. Like, I mean, it's like, you know, there's no reason for why I have to put up with this shit other than the fact that I was born this way, and it sucks.
But it's super easy to get laid if you're a woman.
Well, that's true. Okay, one less reason to be angry.
Not
Except you don't
really,
do one.
actually, because, like, I mean, I'm still socially retarded, so I have to, like, use skill. I have to use, like, feminine allure. You can't just, like, go in and be like, oh, hey, guys, I'm a female. Be attracted to me. Sex. Female. Nah, that doesn't work in the bar. I mean, you would think it does, but it doesn't. Especially, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it depends
You know
on the
what?
circumstances.
Zoe, you're underestimating the value of that.
Well, regardless, the point being, as a general rule, regardless of everything else, the same exact person, female, is going to have an easier time getting laid than the same exact person, male. Right?
True.
So,
But it depends on how much of a priority that is to you.
right, and I've gotten the general sense that for chicks, it's not like woohoo, free buffet. You know,
Yeah, it's not like you need
have,
it. Yeah.
they have a number of concerns, and they'd like it to occur within certain parameters that the males are not necessarily cooperative in providing those parameters.
Yeah.
So,
Are you speaking from experience?
no, I'm just talking about what I understand from talking to chicks. I talk to a lot of chicks. You know. Oh, look at this. She's got on the hat.
Hey! Oh my god,
I
I
knew
love
there
the
was a-
hat. I love the pajamas and I love the hat.
The bonnet.
Sit there for a second. I gotta pee.
I'm trying.
Fine. But you can't. They're not gonna really hear you very well.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and we want to talk to you. We've made contact. ET phone home. Yes.
Hi, Kimberly.
Hey, Susie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Or good
Good
night,
morning.
or-
Hmm?
We're enjoying a lovely morning on the porch.
Oh, come here and talk to us.
Can you hear
Come
me?
here. come hither. We could hear you more if you came closer.
Okay, I'll move.
It's a vortex, be careful.
I love your hat. It's nice. You just look so, you look very comfortable. I like it.
Comfortable.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you know, you don't really look like you're contained in like some kind of business suit or something, which I'll have to be in because I have to like some hotel interview to go to today. So
Yes. No. Would you imagine Eric being with somebody like that?
I don't know.
I think he could be with someone like that, but if someone like that we want to be with him, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no. He becomes antsy when I pull eyeliner or blush out or anything.
What?
Yeah, he'd prefer me to just be a sloth.
Well, that doesn't have anything to do with that.
Like, I mean, you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, you're free.
Yeah, but is it not better not having to do that?
Is it better?
Yeah, isn't it like a relief that you don't have to do
I
that?
like to put makeup on.
Wow.
I mean, if you like doing that and you feel like that's an honest expression of yourself, then I say go for it.
I
Yeah,
do.
that's the thing. If someone likes to put their face on like that, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted, you know, I mean, if you want to go around and pretend that you're a cucumber, do it. I'm a cucumber. I'm a cucumber. Okay, no. You remind me of an aunt that I have. She's pretty cool, but sometimes I feel like she has this inner world, and I feel like she could secretly kill me.
Secretly film you.
Yeah, secretly kill me, because, like, ISFJs have that thing about them where it's like they're nice, but you can kind of sense that somewhere in there, if they wanted to kill you, they probably could. Because, I don't know, there's like a coldness, it seems.
Oh, they're badass.
I've often wondered, is every single person capable of that?
I think to some extent in the different circumstances they could, but it depends as to what those circumstances are.
Every single person?
Yeah, in different circumstances.
Well, yeah, of course, in a different circumstance, but I just am curious to know if it's only a certain person that would, or certain people would be capable of that, and then there's certain people that they're not capable of it.
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
I often think about if I were to be on a plane and there would be a horrible crash and there was no food around, and so people started eating dead bodies.
yeah.
I would be the first one to say, kill me and eat me, because I am not eating a dead body. I'd rather starve and die.
Wow. And I guess
I nix that.
No, I would.
I'm nixing it though. That
Nope.
doesn't apply. You have to eat it.
I'm not eating it.
No, because
No.
I'm not letting it kill you.
What?
Well, they don't get to eat you. They're gonna kill you and eat you. So you're gonna have to eat somebody.
I'm not eating anybody. I'd rather die.
That's not up to you.
But I mean, wouldn't you be able to find like some alternative, and wouldn't you be able to like convince the masses of another alternative besides just eating each other? Like, I'm,
If there was a different alternative, they've already been. They're gone. We're now down to the dead bodies.
but like, I mean, are they really entirely gone, or like, you know, are we absolutely sure?
Is dead bodies.
That's not even like the maximum conundrum because they're
But
already dead.
Eric,
What
so
about the people who died in the crash?
I'm gonna die, and I have to decide if I'm going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. Eat it.
You're eating it.
You know I'm not eating it.
Well, I don't think anyone would do it right away.
No.
No. But what I'm saying is when it comes down to it, I still would do it.
I don't think I'd want to be in that situation to begin with, quite frankly.
I'm not sure that anybody wants to be in that situation.
I think it's easy to say you won't do it, but people want to survive.
It's not
Yeah.
easy to want to survive that bad.
Look, it's not, I'd only do it if it were between human and like 3 or 4 other options. If I had a full array of options, I would need the human, but I'd prefer human over any fish option.
I'm talking the options are gone. We're down to the body.
Okay.
But in what situation would it like be that absolute? Like, I mean, what
There's
would
no party. You have to be trapped in the Rocky Mountains in a blizzard for the whole winter.
Yeah.
Without any
fuck.
roads or anything.
I don't think I really want to get in that situation. Fuck it, I'm staying inside.
You guys are making this so easy because they're already dead. I mean,
Yeah.
Right. What if you have to kill them?
I was gonna say this is a lesser conundrum than.
No, I wouldn't want to kill anybody. No.
Right. That way we're isolating only one thing here.
Oh, but I think for most people, the threshold for killing someone is higher than eating a dead one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if someone's already dead and they died of natural causes, I don't know. But
Okay,
it would just be weird.
If they did not die from natural causes, they would probably be more healthy food.
Yeah.
That's true. I was thinking of that. Like,
What if-
depending on what they died of, that would make a huge difference.
What
I
if
feel
the
so uncomfortable with this conversation.
What if the natural cause was being pushed off a high ledge onto some rocks?
No.
Then that would already be pretty good eating.
Yeah, that'd be fresh. It'd be a freshly dead human. You
Even slightly tenderized, possibly. You know.
you
I
could be
think I should a feeler for those.
you could be standing behind where they fell off of and go, "Hey, look, everybody! Joe fell on those rocks down there."
No, they'd say, Eric fell off those rocks, but there's nothing to eat on him.
Right. Well, I don't know.
Maybe a little tushy.
That's why I probably would survive towards the end of the group. I wouldn't.
Taylor, you're just in time for a nice cannibalism conversation.
I had no idea that this computer was even on.
So I think Eric would be the person saying, "Hey, look, this guy died of completely natural causes."
Oh, this conversation is scary.
Why?
Right?
No.
Fire roasted squirrel again. I am so done with squirrel. Is that Joe standing up there on the ledge? He's always looked plump and delicious to me. I'll be right back. Oh my God, you guys, Joe fell on the rocks. Let's cook him and eat him. Quick, before he spoils.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have a choice. Or it freeze, so it will be difficult to eat it. Chloe, you look disturbed.
I feel so disturbed by this conversation. It just made me sad.
You get to have all the power. You get to have all the power of the individual when you eat them.
Oh no, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. I'm done. Feeler shit.
Gee, like our conversation?
She was disturbed.
This was
That's
a pretty
so
mild
cool.
conversation. It could have gotten much worse.
It could have.
It had.
It didn't sound like it was very extreme.
It wasn't.
It's just
No.
you making jokes about not having to wait until everyone was starving to death to become a cannibal.
Well, that's the most humane way, because then you only have to eat 2 people instead of 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Good point.
We should somebody send Chloe a Facebook message and say that way you eat less people.
But Eric, there's a whole herd of deer over there. Yeah, but they're so fast.
You're kind of gamey.
I've had enough deer meat for now. The thing is, if you were out in the wilderness, all you had was like rocks and shit, it would be hard to kill a deer. You'd have to basically someplace high and push a rock on top of it and walk in there.
Did you say if you're out in the wilderness with bats? Like,
No, with rocks.
oh yeah, that would be hard too.
If you just had rocks. If you just had bats, you had baseball bats, what would you be able to kill if you were armed with nothing but, if you were in the wilderness, if you were lost in the wilderness, you had nothing but baseball bats, what would you be able to kill?
The same 2 guys that you're gonna eat anyways.
Okay, now you've killed and eaten them already, you got nothing left but yourself and a baseball bat. What are you going to hunt with it?
An armadillo. Yeah.
Okay. You gotta find something slow. You know, there was a skunk out here on the porch last night when I came out to smoke a cigarette and scurried off.
I thought I got attacked by a fucking raccoon the other night.
Got a raccoon?
It was not scared of me. It wasn't scared of me, and so I strobed my flashlight in its eyes, and it like stopped it, but then it got curious and started like walking at the strobe light. So I really didn't want to explain to the cops why I was shooting raccoons in my driveway at 3:30 in the morning.
Right.
Luckily, I didn't have to.
What country are you from, Alina? Or is that your name, Alina?
You're muted. She's from Ukraine.
Thanks. Yeah. Typical.
Oh, you're from Ukraine?
Yeah.
Have you heard all my Ukraine rants?
No.
I have lots of rants
For the
about
best
Ukraine
one.
and the Minsk protocols and how Ukraine never should have made that deal with the U.S. and how we fucked them and how we should have let Ukraine in NATO and how that's why you keep your nuclear weapons. Are you a Ukrainian or are you a Russian Ukraine?
Well, I'm a Russian speaker, but I'm a Ukrainian.
So, do you live in Crimea?
No, I'm close to Kiev.
Okay. Is everybody pissed?
What?
Is everybody super pissed at Russia?
Oh yeah. We recently, I think yesterday, we blocked most of their social networks here. They're just not available anymore. So
What?
Yep.
That's weird.
That's a stupid response, but fuck Russia. Fuck Putin. That's my message, okay? I stand with Ukraine. I've been I have very strong opinions about this.
yeah.
You don't have weak opinions on really anything.
That's right. That doesn't make it doesn't mean it's really actually important to me, but it does mean that I have strong opinions about it.
You either don't know what it is or you feel strongly.
Right.
Do you often catch yourself in a conversation arguing for the things you don't care about?
Well, the thing is, yeah, I do because I'm a debate coach. So I had to research that topic, and when I research it, I'm like, fuck Putin.
But you kind of have to admire his shameless douchebaggery. Like, from a distance, he is... he's a prick.
He's I mean, the thing is, what I hate about it, though, is like, he wouldn't even send in actual Russian troops. He played this fucking bullshit plausible deniability thing where he sends them in fucking false flag uniforms and stuff in order to try to muddy the waters a bit, as if it matters at all, because nobody's responding to what he's actually doing anyway. It's just like adding fucking slime to shit. If I were president, I'm too late now, but if I had been president, I would have said, yes, Ukraine can be in NATO, and yes, we'll fucking show up with troops.
Yeah, but the president could not decide that.
Well, I agree with you. It's a treaty that we engaged in, and treaties have to be ratified by Congress. But I would have, if I had been president, I probably could have advocated that course of action and got it through
Why you got to
Congress.
rain real world logic onto our extroverted intuition party like that? Why you got to do that, Suze?
I got fiat, Susie. I got fiat.
Why?
Fiat means assume I
Stop
can.
asking the obvious questions and play with other fantasy.
What?
Fiat means we assume I can do it and argue about whether I should.
Honestly, fiat is the only way to live. I do everything by fiat.
I thought Fiat was French cars or something.
Fiat means make it so or something like that in Latin.
You don't ask permission, you ask for forgiveness if somebody stops you.
Right.
Which no one really ever wants that burden.
Is that correct, Audra?
Is
Fiat.
what correct?
Correct.
Fiat. You live by fiat. You just act like you're supposed to be here, act like you're allowed to be here, and you keep that look on your face all the time like, you can check my credentials, but you're going to regret it. You're going to get in trouble because you don't know who the fuck I am, but I'm important.
That's definitely how you do it. Or is there are you asking if that's actually what it's called? I don't know.
No, I don't know. I mean, that's just...
Like fiat currency, right? Fiat currency is fiat currency.
Yes, that is the proper way to accomplish them.
Yeah, it is, obviously.
Thank you.
Yeah, so fiat's a debate term. AF has fiat. In other words, if I'm arguing that we should pass this bill, I don't have to argue that there's enough political support to pass it in order to argue that it's a good idea to pass it. That's why AF has fiat, because they shouldn't have to argue that the thing they're recommending is a good idea, that there's already, prior to them arguing it, enough support for it. Presumably, the stronger arguments will generate support for it. That's the presumption. Whether or not that's accurate is irrelevant, because you have to operate under that presumption that people are reasonable, or else there's no point in using reason.
You really just want to shift the burden of the work on the other person continuously.
No, because AF has the burden to affirm. They only have to negate. They don't have to show anything preferable in normal circumstances. You just have to show your thing's a bad idea.
Oh,
So
I
it's
am
fair.
familiar with the concept.
Hey, I remember that guy.
What guy is it?
It's Zach.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy. He's really passive. He's for an ENTP. He's like...
So passive.
He's a good musician. Really good musician.
Thank you.
I wasn't nearly
Phil Lebowski in him.
competent at that age. Because I started late. You started when you were a kid, huh?
Strings, I started like sophomore year of high school.
Really? Wow, that's fast. Yeah, I didn't start till I was like in my 20s.
Yeah.
Although I was in a boys' choir when I was a kid. So I did practice singing.
Hello, Birdman.
I'm stressing out trying to figure out what I should do today. Because I think the answer is going to be nothing, which is not stressful.
You should begin work on a book that you're going to make a PDF out of.
I thought about doing that.
And you're trying to sell it in the store for you and give you the proceeds. We do have a store, you know. Once I get Kimberly involved in handling that shit, it's going to be much more. There's going to be a lot of shit for sale. Right now, there's not that much shit for sale.
Yeah.
But the ideal thing to sell is a digital object, time object, because there's no overhead. If you could sell 1 million PDFs, it's 1 million times whatever you charge for. Why do I have 2 rooms? Sometimes I want to be in the other room, or I don't know. Sometimes one is full and it requires overflow. My hope is eventually there's enough of a demand that 2 rooms isn't enough. But
Which can be
hard to say. It's weird the way this community doesn't grow.
Doesn't what?
Doesn't really grow.
Oh.
It grows like sideways.
I think it's also important for ENTPs to have 2 rooms because you have to be a choice, you know. It's a choice to be in one room because you're not in the other room, you know. Even if there's no one in the other room and nothing's happening, you're still here. You're choosing to be here.
In case there's an ESTP, that you can just run away to a different one, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's still on screen.
I don't know. I think most of we don't really have any Russian-speaking similar groups here yet. And most of the English-speaking ones have like a couple thousand maximum.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a really narrow topic. Nobody's pretty much interested in depth.
I mean, it's not a topic so much as it is a platform that engenders conversation between intuitives. And whether or not there's a huge demand for that, or I don't know, is hard to say. But one way or the other, it may be a critical mass thing. I don't know. It may just defy that. It's impossible to say. I just have to wait and find out.
I'm reading this interview.
What's that?
Oh, what's this? What's happening here? Is this a video or screen sharing? Screen sharing.
Screen sharing.
What's the PH? What's the N thing?
Hi, Nick.
Frozen. Oh, cool. All right, here's a quote to discuss or not. Remember, I said myth is an unconscious, systematic way in which your experience is informed. Jung once said, I came to the middle point of my life and I realized I didn't know what myth I was living. When I ask myself, somewhere usually near the midpoint of life, wait, what myth have I been living? I begin in a certain sense to destroy that myth because I'm trying to make it conscious. I say that the task of a life is to exchange the unconscious myth with a conscious autobiography. Thoughts?
I have to digest it for a second.
Can you post this quote here? You have visuals here.
I think I've always sort of seen my life as more of as an autobiography than a myth, or kind of like a video game, like Grand Theft Auto or something, except less action packed.
I mean, I disagree with the notion in there that somehow metacogniting about one's own magic renders it less manifest. I think that's how it becomes. That the notion that one ought to be unconscious or mindless as a value is one that I've been opposing since day one. I don't think that mindlessness is a value except insofar as it manifests as a state of flow. That when it is in fact that SE-driven kind of meditation that says, let's turn off monkey mind and have silence in our brains, that's called killing the soul, and it's called ontological violence against extroverted intuition. The extroverted intuitive in the world need to fight back and claim that their spiritual reality is more true than those of lesser cognitive functions. And thus do I proclaim and make meditation a war.
Wow.
Well, that was a lot. I didn't hear that at all.
I just said that it's a matter of mindlessness. Jung is saying in that quote that to really manifest one's own mythology is to be mindless about it, to be unconscious.
No.
No, it's not.
Okay, what do you think it says then? Tell me.
Well, the guy was quoting Jung. It's not just a Jung quote.
Okay, whoever the guy is.
Jung's quote is, I came to the middle point of my life and I realized I didn't know what myth I was living. He's just saying
Don't read the rest, though.
that's the end of the Jung quote.
Read the
The
rest.
rest of it says that you should, instead of living a myth, live an autobiography. So basically,
Read it, though. I want to hear it again.
Remember, I said myth is an unconscious, systematic way in which your experience is informed. Jung once said, I came to the middle point of my life and I realized I didn't know what myth I was living. When I asked myself, somewhere usually near the midpoint of life, wait, what myth have I been living? I begin, in a certain sense, to destroy that myth because I'm trying to make it conscious. I say that the task of a life is to exchange the unconscious myth with a conscious autobiography.
I think that he's agreeing with exactly what you said. Be more conscious about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fine.
It's just that in making things conscious, you're not going to get everything that's unconscious at once. So you're only getting parts, and you're sort of.
I guess the issue I have with it is simply that the contrast against myth would suggest that one remove the magic from something in order to make it autobiographical. I don't like the implication, but I agree it's just an implication or a connotation of what's being done, not the actual express
No,
meaning.
I agree with you. I'm like, those things don't seem mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I think it's saying don't live somebody else's myth. You know,
That's a
Make
big
your
part of it.
autobiography a myth.
That's what he says in like the second half of the thing that I'm too lazy to read because it's not as.
Well,
But
the
it's
problem
like
with myths is that most people don't understand the magic. So you say you like to leave the magic in, but I think you necessarily have to take the magic out at some point to put it back in. Otherwise, you're not living informed. You're living ignorant.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You need to choose magic, not have magic choose you.
So then your protest only applies to like 1% of people.
Okay. Well, those are the percent that matter.
I agree.
I teach to the top of the class, as I tell the parents in my grade school. If your kid's having trouble, then he's either too slow or needs to work harder or something. I'm not going to slow down.
Isn't it great how positively people respond to just obscenely, outrageously arrogant claims
About their kids being dumb.
Just you respond positively. Okay, tell them, look, bottom line is different kids learn different ways, different speeds, and yada, yada, yada. What I do is provide them all the information they need and plenty of opportunity to work with me and ask questions and figure it out. What they need to provide is all the structure and motivation and stuff because I ain't.
That's awesome.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I know stuff, but I'm irresponsible.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And it's only because I know stuff about something that most people don't know stuff about, and I am particularly knowledgeable about it that I can get away with that.
I mean, I'm seriously impressed with your ability to pull that off. Like, this is black and white as it is.
Is that a new person? Hello, new person.
That's Elena from Ukraine. She's busy resenting Putin right now. And that's Zach, you've not met him before. He came over to my house here in Laverne the other day. It was pretty exciting. He brought a banjo.
Where you are right now, right?
Yeah.
I recognize that porch.
Elena, is that what you said? I don't remember.
It's Elena.
I don't know what my myth is. I have no idea.
It does sound like a cliche that you're supposed to fall into a certain pattern.
You don't know what you're what?
It's not that you're supposed to fall into it. It's you're supposed to discover sort of what's going on unconsciously, what ties your life together. It's sort of an NI thing, I think.
But why is it choosing the word myth?
Hmm?
Why is it choosing the word myth?
Because the guy I was reading was,
Yeah, but like the choice of words has the notion of you're supposed to do things a certain way, however you're supposed to be aware of it.
Can you explain that?
Is there chat stuff going on?
Yeah. Well,
Not really.
you're supposed to discover your myth. But what myth?
Your myth.
Yeah, like it's supposed to conform to a certain thing that already exists.
Not. It's like the Alan Watts thing of like becoming who you are. It's not conforming to. It's not like myth as in like the myth of Sisyphus is like what I'm living. It's like a very personal thing that's happening anyway. So it's just sort of like finding it, being aware of it.
I think the ironic thing about these find yourself sort of advice things is that by definition they are personal.
Yeah.
So what works for one person may be absolutely the complete opposite of what works for another person.
Right, but you have to have some faith that there's consistencies or patterns between us. Otherwise, there's no point in talking.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there is. I guess I point that out because people tend to err on the other side.
Right.
People err on the side of authority.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's something I'm quite aware of, but I'm exploring the idea, you know.
I mean, I agree with it. I think it's probably for most humans and intuitive. We're intuitive. I think that you can draw a lot of, similarities in style just based on that fact alone.
Maybe you could phrase it as this way, like you figure out, like Eric was saying the other day with a personal narrative or your autobiography, you figure out how that is in line with some truths that are like completely subjective. So it's like there's your experiences and then there's also some underlying story that doesn't have like a connection with reality other than myth.
Right. I mean,
I guess the same thing as making a cohesive narrative.
When I hear things like that, what I think is that it's another attempt. People are always trying to figure out what to do, how to be, what to do, and how to be, and who to be. But in their actions, but no one. How do I phrase this? It seems like people spend all their conscious energy trying to figure out what to do in order to, it's almost a materialistic, success-oriented number type 3 sort of thing. People are trying to figure out what to do next. What should they do next? But no one ever really figures out how to be.
I think that's just a different interpretation of the same thing. I would say that I'm for figuring out how to be. That's probably my primary concern. Or, if I'm being honest, like how to write or what to write about. But mostly how to be.
Okay, but the choice of the word myth, that means that it's loaded with some sort of assumption.
Fuck. I don't remember what I was saying.
Hmm?
But yeah, I think it's saying the same thing. So I don't know. I haven't articulated this before, but that's just something that I realized that people are trying to figure out how to think. If anyone saw Basement Overlord's what his thing about extroverted sensing or whatever, he was realizing how to be, not what to do. I think that's a big realization that a lot of people don't make or need to make. That's undervalued.
Or it takes a while for people to figure it out. And that's just natural, isn't it?